What is up, soul peace, grace, and peace? I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get out all signs for Capricorn, but here we go. And also, just to note that there are a few planets that are still retrograding right now. We have Chiron that's retrograding in Aries, and that is the wounded um, astro, if you will. It's not a specific planet, but for those that have been dealing with a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of childhood issues, childhood traumas, dealing with parents, dealing with any authoritative um, person per se, you will be feeling this. Okay, so right up first, we're going to be doing Capricorn, and I'm not on StreamYard, so I'm going to have to just show you as I go along, and we're going to find out what's going on. So first I'm going to be doing um and how I break down the readings is I do it by the elements, and I go according to the Gregorian calendar. And being that Capricorn is up next for their birthday, their solar return, I will be doing that. Also note that I will be incorporating your sun, your moon, your Venus, and your rising. Well, what's that, Foxy? That is your other signs and planetary alignments that happen to form when you were born. How do you find this? Is by going to astrologycafe.com. I have no affiliation with them. And you can type in, you need to know the city you were born in, and the time. The time can be a little tricky because new birth certificates don't show the time. You would have to, us old folks, we still have the time on our birth certificate, or maybe grandma has it written in the Bible somewhere. Okay, so you need to know that, because then it'll let you know what your moon is, and your moon is your energy. You're not just a Capricorn, right? You're not just a Cancer. You are what your moon is, and that's the emotions, that's uh, the feelings that not everyone gets to see on a daily basis. This is the more intimate side of you. Your significant other one will see this. Your children, your family, your parents, etc., your best friends, right? Your rising is just as important as your sun sign. Sun is the ego, sun is the all encompassing, but your rising is the representative, if you will, of how you appear to other people. It's the protection shell for your moon sign and your sun sign, until you feel a little more comfortable to letting down the representative. And that rising was whatever sign was coming up on the horizon as you were being hatched. And then lastly is Venus. Venus has to do with your love, love for self, love with others, and also beauty and money. It's ruled by uh, money. So the Empress card is is ruled by Venus. Tauruses are ruled by Venus. So it's not just beauty, it's not just love, but it is also about how you conduct yourself with getting money. How do you conduct yourself, with being that boss, right? Do you love this job? Like, are you in love? Not in love with money, but how is your relationship with money, right? All right. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn, the GOAT. Shout out to Brother Hurricane. Salute to your solar return. So we have Capricorn here. And these are general readings. So again, check what your sun sign is, your moon sign, your Venus, and rising, because your moon sign might not make sense to you, but the sun sign would. And so if you incorporate all of that together, that makes a more meaningful message. Um, yes, it's the message for the Capricorn season, but this can be timeless. You can come back in another 2 weeks and another 2 months and reflect on what was said for those signs that showed up for you, right? So don't worry about it being, just for Capricorn season, but be on the lookout because this is what's coming up for Capricorn season. Okay. And I'll also be including and incorporating romance in the reading. All right. So once again, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I shuffled a little while ago. So let's see what's in store for Capricorns. Capricorns are the goats. They're the uh, father of the patriarch of the zodiac. Cancer being the mother of the zodiac. Oh, and also one other thing that I forgot to mention was the aspects, if you will. I know I'm saying it wrong, but so like cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And what does that all mean? Well, a cardinal placement is leadership. It's one that takes on, a task and gets it done. They may not complete it, but they get it done. They're the spearhead of um, a project or, the job. They don't have time to think about everything else going around them because they're top dog in charge. Then you have the fixed signs, or modalities, rather. That's the correct word to call them, is modalities. And the fixed they're the workers, but they take their time with getting things done. They can be procrastinators, only because they're really thinking and analyzing what is this entail, whether it be a relationship, whether it be with work. So they're really like, let me think about this first before I make any moves. And then lastly is mutable modalities. And mutable also can get the job done. Oh, and by the way, fixed signs will finish the job. So while the cardinals have paved the way, the fixed signs will get the job done. They're the tail ends. Mutables are the in between. They're the pork and the cobs moving things along. They sway to their own beat. Um, yes, they can be leaders. Yes, they can be bosses, but they would be very flexible. They'd be more a little understanding or not, because they could be like so like up, catch me when you can. I'm the gingerbread man. So that's my experience with the mutables. Okay, so Capricorn, what do we have here for you guys for your birthday season, your solar return? What do we have here? And I'm using the French Kipper deck. Okay. All right. So we have 3 cards here, and since it is your birthday, I shall honor that and take that. The first card up is adjudication, so something to do with the law. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Could be a divorce. We got courtship here, so definitely could be meaning a divorce, or you guys are looking into um, doing a civil wedding as opposed to like the whole church thing. And then we have main man. Okay, so that could be a Capricorn man there. We got message, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is marriage. So Capricorn, someone, if this is you, or not, someone in your vicinity is looking to get married, or maybe you are looking to end a marriage and start on a divorce. But that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting more so that this is going to be a non-traditional wedding, something very low key. If this is a female Capricorn, this is a male proposing to you and wants to do that, going to the judge and just having a very small civil wedding. And then, reception big outside of that. Okay. Sounds very close to my situation. My daughter's getting married to a Capricorn in a little later part of this year, my first one. So, okay, let's clarify a little bit of what is all this courtship, adjudication, and main man. Five of Pentacles, clarifying all that. Okay, so moving on, change. Okay, you got the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. So that's you, Capricorn, showing up in your energy. You have the Pentacles represents earth signs, right? So you could be dealing with another earth sign, a Taurus or a Virgo. But this is, you know, you finally meeting your mate, the person who gets you financially, the person who understands you, who can go within the depths and get grounded with you, right? And taking you out of the cold. This could be somebody that you have met during the winter season. Okay, so the winter season just started maybe 5 weeks ago, 5 days ago, and you're just like, look, this is it. Like, I don't want to waste any more time. you know if you're not planning on getting married, there are talks of it. So, you know I feel like this could be somebody that you may work with this Three of Pentacles here. It may be somebody that you met at work and you're just like, ooh, like, this is it. This is somebody I could work with. This is somebody that gets me, that I wouldn't mind building a partnership, and be it business, financial partnership, and being in a romantic partnership, because this person gets it. Okay, again, they could be another earth sign like yourself, a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. Okay, let's look at what the romance department is saying for you, because clearly this is a romance reading. And I mean, if it's not a romance reading, just know that you'll be partnered up with somebody that really confusion. I was just going to say, you'll be partnered up with somebody that, say you're you're at work or so, and there's a new person in town that comes in, and they're working, and it happens to be female, but they or male, vice versa. The roles. Please don't get hung up on the genders, but this person, you work very well together, as it's as if this is your right hand, your left hand. One knows what the other is doing, and the uh, synchronicity just smooths in. I know that might not be the right word to put in, but it works so well. Okay, but it can be confusing, because why? Like, oh my gosh, who is this person? We're working together, but there's like this also like magnetism going on here. So all seekers of truth experience confusion. Ask the divine to provide the answer you need, because it may not be a romantic relationship. This may just be a business. You could actually be going into business with this person, like having your own private business, and that you work really well together. Middle of the deck is emotions. Yeah, because you can't get out of those emotions of, who is this person? Wow, they really get me. And then we got love, bottom of the deck. Love conquers all. So for a very small portion, there could be a romance blooming because of this connection. And the other portion is that, you work so well together that it is be it behooves you to just like, where did this person come from? How is this all happening right now? Okay. All right, Capricorn. So that's your message. Definitely get grounded. You know, it's not the greatest to mix business with pleasure, working on the job and stuff like that. But if you get married, they can't bother you because your spouse is working with you at the job. But this is definitely a solid relationship. Okay, it's a solid relationship. It grows into being like this solidified friendship, and then gets a little deeper. Romantically, I don't, that'll come because of whatever, but this is a solid like friendship, and then, you know, could be a coworker, a solid coworker. And yeah, you could love your coworker. Maybe you've been working with this person for 5 years and you're like, yo, this person's always had my back. Always, if I was out, they covered with no questions. Vice versa. We carry the workload together. You see what I'm going with that? All right, so next up is Taurus, my favorite, one of my favorite signs, and in no particular order. But Pisces is the first. All right, so Taur, my Miss Shannon too. Taurus. Am I spelling that correct? Yes. Okay. So Taurus, what do we have here for you? Now Taurus, so Capricorn is the cardinal of the earth signs. Taurus is the fixed. So they're very stubborn. They could be procrastinators. It's just that they're really thinking about things. They're kind of in their head. They're like an Aquarius actually, which is also another fixed sign. They have to really think things through and feel comfortable enough to make those kind of decisions, to make those kind of moves, and do not piss a Taurus off. If you've heard of that saying, a bull in a china shop. Okay, you don't bring a bull into a china shop because that's it. It's a wrap. So let's see what's going on for Taurus in Capricorn season for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, ooh, you got false person here. Surprise, 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 surprise. Middle of the deck is high honor, and bottom of the deck is official person. So somebody could be scamming and acting like they, were military or um, be careful about scammers. I think IG just got hit with some kind of scam situation that somebody may be posing as an officer or, getting calls because it's happened to me that, that the PAL needs money and stuff like that. Like, listen, you don't recognize the number, do not pick it up. You don't recognize the mail that's coming in, don't, you know, just take it out. We got 8 here as well, so that could be abundance, karma. This could be an inheritance for some of you Tauruses. Um, weird story, because what I'm getting is that they may not be able to find who the rightful heir. All right, with this distant horizon, this is like a great grandfather or grandfather. um, with this message here, they've been trying to find you, um, and it's like they don't want to have the wrong person, or the wrong person showed up for like this inheritance. This could be an uncle, grandfather, an older brother. Okay. With 22 here, Master 22, this is somebody that's, like a boss, a builder. So I don't know, go into your family tree and ask around. I know that some people don't like to, talk about the past and stuff, but Taurus, there's something there in regards to some type of inheritance, and you are ruled by Venus. And then we talked about Venus and money. Okay, so with that 8, there's something coming back around again. Okay, it's infinite. And there's a man here right behind this woman. So it's either you as a male Taurus or you as a female Taurus. Um, this could be siblings. Like, be careful. If this is a father, because this is very novella. This is very like gossipy in a way, one of those lifetime stories. Because what I'm getting is that this could be like siblings, okay, and the parent or the father, grandfather, godfather also wanted to come out, worked in the service, and like these could be like half siblings or step siblings or something to that effect. Yeah, you could go onto the Army records if you know who this person is or think you know who this person is. This is for a small few of you Taurus's people. But the other thing is just beware of false people around you. We're in a new season, getting rid of, because Ace of Wands is clarifying this false person. You got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Something is coming your way. This is earth energy. This is fortune, but it's in reverse right now because there's something blocking it. And then you got the Four of Wands here, bottom of the deck. Okay, so this could have been somebody that got injured in the military. If they may be still alive, but um, there it may be has some compensation. There may be something coming for you along the lines because you got the Ace of Wands here. That's fire energy. Okay, so Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So they may those are the signs, one of the signs that they may be. But this is a new beginning. Um, and this is coming from like God. Okay, if you subscribe to that, there's some divine intervention. This person could have went to Desert Storm to 1980 something. All right, Iraq. Okay, but they got injured. I really don't know what this false person is. I'm gonna just clarify because I'm getting a little like I don't understand. So let's clarify a little bit more. What's this false person? Like the truth is gonna come out. Um, this may come about in the springtime, so definitely Aries season. But what else is about this false person? The Emperor, Aries. Yeah, this is a father figure here. Might not have been in your life. Okay, you were probably given all kinds of stories about this person, and you just didn't know the truth of it. Okay, they could be living at a distance from you. Um, we got King of Swords here, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit, so Virgo energy. They may be trying to find you online, or this person, like I said, is deceased. We have the Emperor here in reverse. Okay, so that's big time father figure there, grandfather. So something belongs to you, Taurus, but you may have to do some digging to find out, because like say family members could have presented this person as, you know, not so much a false person, but like they weren't very active and visible in your life. And that could be because something happened with the parents that they it just won't working. Okay. But with this Hermit card here, and then we got the Queen of Wands underneath that, yeah, there could have been some issues with the parents. So somebody may be wanting to look you up online. So that goes back to the be wary of like online stuff, because maybe you'll get something in spam through an email, and that's actually a family member of this person who was in the military reaching out to you and wanting to make a connection. But it comes out looking like a weird message, and you're like, delete, or it's been put in spam, and all right. So let's move on to the romance department. Oh, that was quick. Enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine. Yeah, you might have always felt like, why can't I, meet with somebody? Here we got it. Rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. Because you maybe the other half of you has been missing, or a quarter of you has been missing, the yin and the yang, bottom of the deck. This person, mother, if it's not a mother or it's a father, you felt incomplete because you only got a partial bit of love, or maybe you got no love. And it's like, had this person been in your life, could there have been some love? Could there have been this? I don't feel, like this, not so much looking for love in all the wrong places or looking for a mother figure or father figure, but there's void here, and I feel like when this connection happens, it'll all make sense for you guys. Okay, and that's a small group, maybe one or two people, but for the most part, Tauruses, you just be on your P's and Q's with having people around. We're tossing out people, places, and things that are no longer enlightening us, that are not making us feel whole, that are draining us out, making us not love ourselves more when we know that we are the divine ones. People that are not a part of that, they try to dim your light. All right. So there'll be a false person behind you, giving you false accolades, giving you false shout outs, giving you fake love. All along, they're just there watching on the sidelines, and they're not really giving you the love that is truly from God. All right, truly authentic. All right, so that's your message, Taurus. Okay. All right, last of the earth signs is Virgo. It is mutable, so it goes with the flow of things. Um, they can get the job done, they can take on the task, but they're very detail oriented, so it takes them a little longer, kind of like a fixed energy. They have to sit within it first and think about it. They're very creative people, very crafty, artsy, um, sister sign to Pisces, so it is no wonder that they may be a little out there. Okay. Okay, what happened here? Oh, it did take it. Okay. All right, so a Virgo, let's see what's cooking for you guys. Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. All right, so what's Virgo need to know in Capricorn season? And shout out to my master teacher, my mama. She is a Virgo. All right, so what does Virgo need to know? All right, so thief. I don't know, could be dealing with this Taurus. Maybe they're thieving from you. You got change here, bottom of the deck, middle of the deck, excuse me. Underneath that is marriage, change, okay, and it's coming to an end. And then bottom of the deck is despair. All right, so you could be coming out of a despair. This has to do with family, okay, or someone stole from you, Virgo. Could have been a child, okay. Um, what is going on? Capricorn season's coming out with some kind of drama for your mama. Literally. All right. We got privileged lady underneath the family room, and then we got message of concern here. You know, you as well, like with Taurus, be careful with giving your information. Sometimes things are these online people are so crafty these days that it definitely will pull the wool over your eyes if you don't pay attention. You have here thief 24 breaking down to 6. So if that's not the case within within the outside world, this could be within your own family members. Okay, it could be that Taurus, who knows. um but this could be someone, a spouse or children that are teething for either your time or teething for money. Okay, let's clarify a little bit here. What is this teething? That's Jamaican. Three of Swords. Wow, the Fool card in reverse. Okay, Aquarian energy. And bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. Oof. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is family. Okay, the Three of Swords here is about like a bad breakup, a bad divorce, the ending of a relationship. This could have been having to do with an affair. The Ten of Cups, though, is about family. This is like, and that's that water energy. So, this is the emotions and being happy and all is well. But somebody disrupted that in the family algorithm. Okay, the Swords is air energy. So Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You could have been dealing with. Okay, somebody just wanted to steal your joy, or maybe you're just like enough with, a person could have had issues. They could have been just like stealing stuff. They might have had a drug and alcohol addiction where you had to let them go because they were stealing from the home. Okay, but you got to get yourself up, male or female. Message of concern. There could be something that was taken is given back to you. Okay. Something big from the family. Could have been an heirloom. All right. Yeah, we got thoughts here. I get sometimes he gives me like a detective or secret, what do you call those? Private eyes. And then we got community right underneath that. So this is spiritual and physical community. Yeah. So have no fear, Virgo, because whatever's done in the dark comes to the light. So if someone was stealing from you, I feel like there's something that was big. It's going to be recovered. Okay, it's going to be recovered. Um, and or this person who's been dealing with, you know, whatever type of addictions, whatever kind of sorrows that are going on, they may be going into recovery, realizing, I can't keep putting my family into this situation. I can't keep my, siblings. All right. I can't keep stealing the love away that my family gives to me. So, Virgo, in hindsight, this person is going to be coming around to their consequences. Okay, taking accountability. Let's go into the love department. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so you got labyrinth. Even when you feel lost, there is always a way through the labyrinth, right? Because you're like, oh, I do things for others. I help others out. Why is this all happening to me? Middle of the deck is attraction, divine soul counterpart. Attraction transcends superficiality. And then we got guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of your happiness. But I also feel like this person as well, it's like maybe they had to do some time, maybe, or like I said, getting a rehab is time away from the family to realize I'm hurting. You're going around in circles, Virgo. You're going through this maze. You're trying to get your life together, and somebody is out there just reaping the benefits from you. Okay, and if it's not monetary wise, this is family that just steals and robs your joy. If you want to have a life, it's like something else comes about with you, and you feel like, when's my turn? When am I ever going to have that chance, right? So in this season in Capricorn, it's you working on yourself, putting those boundaries up, right? Because the labyrinth here has these boundaries, putting these boundaries up. And yeah, sure, there's heartache, but through heartache you grow a few calluses. and you march through. All right, so you push on. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you guys, and we are going to do the um, all signs message for the earth signs. Wisdom message for earth. Okay. So let's see. What do we have here for? Woo! Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. Okay, let's look here. All right. Since it's Capricorn, we'll take it because two cards came out for you guys. One is creation and the other one is confusion. This could be all of you guys. All your earth signs are having some type of confusion. Well, what was me? What is happening? Why did this happen? You've been swiped, whatever. There's some confusion here. Bottom of the deck is beneath the surface. All right. So things will be coming up to the surface during this time. Truth will be prevailing. Okay. Consequences and actions are taking place. So for creation 37, that is breaking down to 9, 10, 11. So that's a master number there. So tapping in with your psychic, talking with your you know your spirit guides, your ancestors, God, your dearly deceased loved ones. All right, soul expression, something new. All right, building, Virgo, building from scratch. All right, now is your turn. Now is your time. Not letting anyone take that shine and joy away from you. And then we got confusion. 13 breaking down to 4. So we have to build back up. So the name of the game for you earth signs is building yourself back up, putting up these boundaries, being in tune, right? Not too much being in the outside world, even though there's a lot of stuff going on there, but it's about being in tune. And then you got many choices and uncertainty. Right, Virgo, you have many choices. Okay, Capricorn, you as well, because you're going into that partnership or relationship. Like you can choose and pick whatever you want. The ball is in your court. The choice is yours. Okay, so that is the message that I have for you, earth signs. Next up is going to be air signs, and the first one is Aquarius, my other favorite sign. I just like that energy. I like Aquarius. My rising is Aquarius, so I definitely resonate. Definitely resonate with that. Okay. Aquarius is a fixed sign. It's air. So get that. They have a hard time with balance there. They are the water bearers. So they bring, this enlightenment, this purity. They are the humanitarians, but they're also in that spiritual world, meaning they, dabble or could dabble in occult. They could be mystics, seers, whatever label you want to put on them, because they are in that other world. They can kind of be in two places at the same time, and it's sort of like a Scorpio, right, with the fixed sign there. So let's go ahead and write in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, and let's see what is cooking for you guys for this season. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, what do we have for you? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, we have distant horizon here. Middle of the deck is message. Bottom of the deck is marriage. Mm. Okay, so could be somebody at a distance. There's an interest there. We got 36 breaking down to 9. That is about an ending. So maybe there's this ending in a relationship or an ending in a marriage. Okay, what's underneath that? Yeah, death. The coffin here, 19 breaking down to 1. So this has, come to its end. Or you guys are just living like two ships passing in the night at home, just knowing this gotta go, we gotta go, something's gotta give, right? So this, knowing that this is ending here. All right, what else? Let's clarify, what is this distant horizon? You may want to go and take a trip and just leave out of, the state it's or wherever you're living at. That it's like once everything is done, a done deal, it's like, why even stay around? Providing there's no children, but maybe just needing a break from it all. You may even build like a tiny home, Aquarius, and like, or do RV traveling, like instead of doing the whole, like, because I feel like you might have been doing the traditional, home and husband and wife thing, wife and husband thing, and having the picket fence and all that jazz. But it's like, I'm done with this, because Aquarius likes to move. They can be introvert, but they also can be, live and wanting to be out there, extrovert, and see the world and learn things, because they're always thinking, right? They're air energy. So you may look into wanting to invest in one of those like movable homes, tiny homes, maybe sometime in November. Oh, yeah. And yeah, if you do have children, maybe this is what your marriage needs. Maybe this is what your relationship needs, is just that getaway. Because clarifying this distant horizon is the 10 of cups here. All right. So this is love fulfilled. Um, this is, having a good time. This is, we're emotionally stable. We're emotionally balanced. Things are good. We got the Queen of Swords here, middle of the deck, and bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of this battling. If you're an Aquarius woman, because we have the air there with Queen of Swords, you may be the one that is just like, shh, 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 I can't take no more. It's you're having your wits end about certain things according to the relationship, and you're just like, look, maybe you'll be the one to pack up and then just take the kids and go on that RV mobile lifestyle. Um, with the Five of Swords, this is about change. It's about conflict and saying your piece and keep it moving. None of this back and forth. This is air energy. Aquarius, you could have been dealing with another air sign as yourself, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or you are dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Um, yeah, so, just either you taking a break and traveling the world with your children and seeing and living a different life, or you all get to traveling and providing finances is you can do that. um you all can, if I'm not mistaken, Saturn is ruled, if I'm not mistaken, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So this is about karma, but this is also about a learning curve, a learning experience. So what's been going on for the past, I don't know, 10 years, 9 years, things have changed between the two of you with your family. Maybe, your children are getting older now. You can pack up and go and see the world and do things, right? Um, Maybe that's what you've always wanted to do but couldn't do it. Um, so if the other person doesn't want to do that with you, then you do what you have to do. You can definitely encourage them. Maybe that's what's needed, is to have this breakaway from the monotonous. Okay. Or for some Aquariuses, you could be leaving your family behind, meaning, leaving from mother, father, leaving the family, and you taking off. You wanting to just experience life for yourself now. Like, you've been there with your family, it's chaotic. And even if you don't live with them, it's like you just want to be away from all that energy and live and see things and travel the world and meet new people. There's lot of love going on, that it's not always about fighting and arguing and belittling one another, right? The Four of Wands here underneath that has to do with family, relationship. Maybe you're broken up with someone and you're just like, you know what, I'm out now. I have nothing really holding me back. And yeah, sure, you got your family there, but it's like, when are you ever, because life is short, so if not when, you know so let's see what's going on in the love department. These cards are a little funky. Getting away from family and friends that have just been holding you back, and they're saying, oh no, there's always something that they say that keeps you around, and it's like, no, but I want to go ahead and do my own thing now. So you have here, learn. Wow. See, let love show you how to learn from each other. Middle of the deck is connection. Your connection to external, your connection is external and unbreakable. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order to flourish. So you may not be feeling trust. Somebody could be always saying something and you're like, how do I even know you're telling me the truth anymore? Do you really love me? Because you wouldn't be hurting me. You wouldn't be saying things to hurt me that way, right? But you taking this opportunity to travel is learn, and then that love that other people show you that you might not have been getting from friends, from family, from your significant so-called loved one. God is going to be showing you true love. So maybe taking that opportunity, if you can afford like a mobile home, or uh, build like a little smart home in another part of this country or in another country, changing up some things might be the best thing for you, Aquarius. All right, so that's your message. Gemini. Let's move on to Gemini, the mutable sign there. And they also are very much in their head. Some can say that they're two-faced. I also think that Geminis are artistic as well in their own right. Definitely because they're ruled by Mercury, so they'll be like center stage. They'll have a lot to say. And be like a griot. So, but they need to be careful about what they say, how they say things, right? Because it can get them in trouble. They're presented as the twins or being two-faced, but it's that, their mind is all over the place. They think and then they execute, and the thinking and doing look two different ways. It's like, okay, you were thinking this, but you did that. So what time is it? All right, so what do we have here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Venus. Okay, so we got bad health. Underneath that is imprisonment. Bottom of the deck is wealthy man. Middle of the deck there. And then we have high honor, bottom of the deck. All right, so Gemini, you have bad health here, number 31, breaking down to 4. This could be an injury, coming, as a combat that you had. So be mindful of not taking care of yourself, okay? Because this could be an old injury stemming from, a war injury. 25 breaking down to 7. And then we have child underneath that with the main. Yeah. So I don't know. This could be like a Vietnam vet or some, the Afghanistan vet, Desert Storm. I think somebody else had that as well. It might have been a Virgo. Underneath that is unexpected income. So yeah, you could be getting some type of compensation. You may be going through a lawsuit right now, Gemini, to prove that, possibly a back injury or some type of injury that's caused bad health to you. Okay, where you have to be bedridden at times. Um, okay, let's in your family, there it could be mental too, right? Because we know when the vets came home, or even World War II, they didn't get the mental help that they needed. It was like, okay, thank you for your services, here's a whole bunch of pins for recognition, and then that's it. And they came back with this, like, I just took out like a whole village, women, children. How do you sleep? I can't sleep, right? So fighting mental health. You may be trying to appeal a mental health uh, case. All right, so clarifying that is the King of Pentacles. You got middle of the deck is the Queen of Swords here. And then you got the Hermit card, bottom of the deck. So yeah, there could be someone looking into this right now. You got this, or you should be starting this. So the ball could be rolling for you to get some type of compensation, um, or some type of better health care. I know here in the States, it could be tricky. Clarifying this is the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, father figure. And there goes that money, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So a Virgo could be helping you with facilitating whatever it is that you need, the paperwork to push through, to give to, your service. This could be not necessarily having to do with military. This could be like police officer or fireman or an EMT worker, right? Um, and if that's not the case, then someone uh, is knows that they're passing on. This is a father figure, grandfather or grand uncle, or has passed on, and there's this um, unexpected income coming through given to you. They regarded you. You were probably the next or the first uh, grandchild, or the firstborn child. So you could have been a female. Could be a female for a Gemini or a male Gemini, but this particular paternal figure looked at you as the favorite, or they regarded you they they favored you, um, but they also know that you would be good with, taking care of money. They may be wanting, if this person isn't passed over, they could be asking you to be like an executor of their estate, of their papers. And in that, there's like, they have a little something set off for you. Okay. All right. Let's get into the romance department. And I won't be able to make my meeting today. Okay. Let's see. It's in the romance department for Gemini. All right. So you have spiritual. See, your spiritual journey is beginning. Okay. So someone could be either recently transitioned or they know that they're going to be dying, and they may ask you to be in charge of the affairs or in charge of certain things, um, that, there's something coming for you here. Middle of the deck is love. You're loved. This grandfather, father figure, look, honor again. You may be like this person, meaning they see themselves in you. This is why there's kind of like this favoritism, but there's this honor, okay, with this high honor here. It says, honor your loved ones and you will receive the relationship and notice your relationship becoming stronger. Your spiritual journey begins when your spiritual journey is beginning. So when they transition, a lot of stuff will take, yes, it'll be painful, yes, it'll be hurtful, but there's something there that's been holding you back spiritually, and maybe it is because you've been helping this this paternal figure, and that takes away from family, takes away from life, your life, and so once all that is said and done and dealt with, and who better to deal with it than you, because this person sees you as the one that can take care of all these affairs, is because you remind them of that. Maybe you also were in the military. Hello. Maybe you also were in the military, and this is why they see a lot of themselves with you. All right. All right, Gemini. That's an endearing and sad reading in a way. All right, Libra. Let's get on with the last of the air signs. Libra. One of my favorite signs there. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And, the word on the street is with you guys. Girls. Very sensual, very flirtatious. Yes. And Libras are the cardinal signs, so they get things done. They set the stage and move forward. So good in, you know, possibly even like a lawyer situation or somewhere in the legal team, because one, they're cardinal, and two, they're scales and they represent justice. So, maybe being a mediator, or somewhere where you can like flex your skills of fighting for justice and righting the wrongs, right? All right, so let's see what we got here for you in Capricorn season. Okay, Community. Wow. Middle of the deck is marriage. Bottom of the deck is the main female. Okay, so, hmm, interesting. All right, we got community here, 39, 11, 12. That breaks down to 12, which breaks down to 3. So this is working together. All right, so yeah, being that team leader, you could be the one where, say, your boss spearheads something for you to take lead on a program or a project. Okay, you could be a main female, male, uh, a female Libra, or if this is a male Libra, you'll be working with the female Libra, or she's just one of the partners there in the team, in the community. But I also, this card also is my spirit team as well, the ancestors, the angels, um, guiding you along there. So there could be something uh, aside from work that they may be ushering you to meet somebody, or you just need to, get back and connect it with your ancestors. You got unexpected income here as well under the main female, and then house with some more great fortune. Wow. Um, yeah, just like with Aquarius, there could be some family inheritance. There could be a home that's, you know, awarded to you, Libra. Okay, they whoever it was that left the estate, they left it to you, or they left that piece or particular thing to you. Okay, what is this community about? Clarify this community. What is community? Okay. Oh, so you got the Knight of Pentacles here. Earth energy. Now that's a slow moving type of energy, but this is somebody that's gifting you. So you could be doing a nonprofit organization and for the community. All right. So this could be helping with um, seniors, children, single parents, single mothers. All right. Middle of the deck is the Seven of Cups here. So you may have chosen who you wanted, so the options are like closed out. And then bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. So yes, don't worry about things falling into place and being victorious at the time. Just know that you do have somebody there that's backing you up. They could be backing you up financially. They may be an anonymous donor, so you probably won't even know who this person is, but they're helping. It's going to take a while. I feel like it has to go through, some red tape and, all the legality things, if you will, um, before it gets to sit on your hands, Libra. Um, but this is also that spiritual, also that spiritual, here's a nudge for you, you know again, it could be the estate somebody has gifted you, or there could be some type of maybe there's a golden heirloom. Okay, that has some money to it. um or this is someone wanting to gift you, you know uh, some money. Okay. Now, Libra, there, if this is a female Libra, there could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo wanting to uh, get engaged with you or set a promise ring there. wants to be a part of your family. They like the way you are. Um, they like your family. They just want to be a part of that. And so you could have this person for the females, or this could be a Libra male who wants to gift like a promise ring or an engagement ring to a female. Your family may be like, listen, you're getting a little too old here. We got the little bambino. You are of age that you need to get up, get out, and go get you a woman. Okay. So they'll be like, look, we'll give you some money. We'll set you up. This could be a religious family. We'll set you up. You just gotta go. Oof. Okay, let's see what's in the romance department. Too much. So connection again, yeah. Somebody wants to make that connection with you. Okay. No romance going on. No romance with the finance. No romance without finance. Somebody's saying that too. Yeah, this could be the main female. Like, look, yeah, it's all cute that you want to, be all booed up and engaged with me, but if you don't got that finances, we ain't getting married. That's your card, Libra, marriage. So, a marriage of souls in a union of two divine counterparts blending together. Then we got embrace, middle of the deck, embrace what destiny has in store for you. And bottom of the deck is attraction, divine soul counterpart. Attract. Attraction transcends superficiality. So, yeah, while no finance without romance, but you gotta have a job if you want to be with me. And it's all cute, it's all cute and stuff that we want to like have our little, you know what they call that, promise ring and engagement ring. But listen, we need that money as well. Okay. And this could be being gifted down, like I said, divinely. There's someone who transitioned, that there's something there for you that will help you start off. All right, Libra, that is your message. All right, so that is for all of the air signs. Let's get wisdom oracle for the world. You got time for J-O-B if you want to be with me. Oh. Me and my mom used to thump that song. No real reason. We just liked it. That was back in the days. All right, wisdom oracles for the air signs. What is the message for the air signs? Message for the air signs. I got responsibilities. All right, we got prophets and ancient seers. So I'm not sure if that was Aquarius that I had mentioned about being a seer or so, but middle of the deck is beneath the surface, 31 breaking down to 4. Yep, breaking free. And Sean McHale, 17, breaking down to 8, cleansing and attunement. Yeah, so Aquarius having to break free, getting out of that, what you've been used to. And then your card here, 18, breaking down to 9, which is endings, decision, predictive guidance. All right. So Libra, leaning in with your spiritual team there, your spiritual guides, your deceased loved one, whether it be a grandfather, a grandmother, or an aunt that you were close with, right? Tapping in with them as well, not in addition to with, source, most high, Allah, God, but also, you know, those that, have paved the way before you. And maybe, like I said, I think it's Aquarius. Somebody is like they see you in them. And so they wouldn't mind, giving you something in the physical world because you earn it, whether it be, a home or some type of money or an heirloom. Look, you could go do what you need to do with that, right? Is what they're saying. But they are leaving that behind for you. All right. So that is your message, air signs. Okie dokie. Let's move on to the water sign. Pisces, you're up next. And Pisces is my number one favorite sign. Pisces. Mutable. They're the fishes. They're ruled by Pluto. Um, Pluto and Neptune specifically. Uh, and so these guys are like, they're just all over the place. They're the free thinkers, the dreamers, the rose-colored glasses. They see the cup half full. Some can be emotionally immature, but they're sweethearts, family oriented, uh, friends. They could be the mayor of the town, class, president or something like that. Everybody loves them. They're sociable. Um, and I always say, like, if you ever, ladies, want a Pisces or want that hallmark, real, truly romantic type, vibes, Pisces. And they're good friends. They are good friends. What else with Pisces? Yep, that's pretty much it. They can be a little they're not as overt like Libra and Scorpio and Aquarius, as far as like, being flirty and things of that nature. Um, they play shy and coy, but when you get those Pisces people up and at them, these guys got a hidden agenda. And you be like, ooh, Pisces, what? I like that. Because they pay attention to the details of you. They want to know you. Like Scorpio, they want to know like every little thing about you. When they're so enthralled with you, they'll want to know. But, hurt a little Pisces and you are so out. I think Pisces and Cancers are like number ones, and Geminis on the FBI. Pisces and Cancer specifically for emotional deleting, because it's like, you hurt my feelings, and then they want to take it out on that person. It's like, listen, breathe, because I'll be damned if I'm going somewhere for some other person. All right, so Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Capricorn season? All right, so we have toil and labor. Middle of the deck is unexpected income for you too. Nice. And then we have marriage. Of course you do, Pisces. Of course you do. Could be somebody that you're meeting at work. Oh, wow. You have underneath this marriage is great fortune. So this wedding could be bliss. This partnership could definitely be bliss. This is giving me the lover's card in the traditional tarot, where it's like uh, divinely ordained. You've worked hard, Pisces. You've worked hard for this relationship. Number 11 is that psychic. You um, are telepathically in tune with your person. This could be somebody that you met at work 3 years ago, or you've been dating for 3 years now and want to like seal the deal. A lot of hard work there. Okay. Or you maybe you and your partner want to now get out of the blue collared field or the white collar field and start working for yourselves, creating a business together. Okay, let's clarify a little bit more what's going on here. Oops, I didn't put that sign there. Sorry. Oh no, hold on. Where's my song? And I am listening to a meditation song for the heart chakra on YouTube. If anybody's interested, and it's 639 hertz for the heart chakra. So it's that feel good. And, if you're feeling sad, that this is what you would want to put on. And it's called Let Go, Heal Your Heart, and Move Forward. 369 hertz heart chakra music for deep healing and energy cleanse, if anybody's interested. Okay. 639 hertz you want to listen to. All right, let's clarify now. What is this toil and labor here? Okay, 3 of Wands. So yeah, ships coming in. What you've put out is coming in. You, I don't know. For some of you Pisces, you may be wanting to look into real estate, work like overseas, or work like long distance. Middle of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. So, be careful with this, because this is that, you holding on to money so much that, you could be losing and hemorrhaging. Maybe um, this venture that you're looking into, you really need to rethink it. You may need to get a professional person to help you allocate, because then we got the Five of Cups here. So there's a lot of like, all I keep hearing is hemorrhaging. There's, could possibly be the person that you're with, maybe hemorrhaging. They could be 3 months pregnant. Be careful, all right, with all this work. If this is a female Pisces, be careful with all this manual labor, okay? Because yes, definitely there could be cause for miscarriage, all right? So be careful with that. Do have an opportunity though with the Two of Cups right behind you, but you know why, I feel like this is somebody who's very busy. They may have to travel at a distance, work in a city, and it just may be too much. You may need to just pull it back. Husband may have to work a little bit extra, but there's some money there. I think maybe an older father figure or an uncle or a grandfather so may help you out financially. If somebody has to sit back and if the wife or girlfriend or fiance has to sit back to take care of her health, somebody will be coming in. Or Pisces, you could be going into business with this father figure, this uncle, this you know instead of like um, if it's too much like in this type of field, right? Going into something a little different, a little slower will help you. You got here at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. So that's that love offer. This is Pisces energy again. This is you, Pisces. Um, Now, if that's not the case, Pisces, you have somebody that's at a distance. This could be somebody who works remote from home, but like overseas in the city. It could be like New York City, Chicago, um, San Francisco. Somebody wants to make an offer, a boo thing kind of offer. Somebody wants to be in your life. Maybe you have been having a long distance relationship, and at this point it's like, let's solidify this, let's seal the deal, and make this official. Whether you want to get married or not is up to you, but I mean, somebody is looking to wanting to make some things official. This will be a great investment for the two of you, though. This will be a very good pair. So Pisces, you could be dealing with another water sign. Of course you are. Cancer specifically, right? Or Scorpio, or another Pisces like yourself, or fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay. And this is a good investment, not only for the love department, but financially, you guys could grow together. And somebody may in the family start you off with a nice little starter change money, and you work your way. Now, where are you going to be living, the logistics and all that, that's up to you, because I feel like one person's on one side of the coast and the other one is on the other side of the coast. So somebody could be in San Francisco, the other one's in New York City. How's that going to look logistically? Where where do you feel like the money, where will you see the great return? So all these things, that's why I'm saying you may need to get like an advisor, a financial planner, financial advisor. All right. Okay, Pisces, that is your message. Oh wait, we didn't do the romance. My bad. Okay. So what is the romance here for Pisces? Didn't I say you talk to somebody telepathically? Or who was that? Libra. Well, anyway, your card is telepathic. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. Well, if you're dealing with a Cancer, that is definitely happening. Intense, middle of the deck. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. There's that long distance, right? And then we got here, heart, bottom of the deck. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are closer. And they also have on wedding attire. So I don't know, you guys may have to come closer. This person, they may not necessarily be on one side of the coast, west coast, east coast, but there's definitely a distance there. And yeah, the heart grows fonder when, there's distance, but it also feels good when you are closer, right? And you do have this soulful connection. This could be that soulmate person that if you take a chance on, this could be a good investment for you financially, spiritually, mentally. While Pisces can do a little number, let's say all the water signs, because they're all emotional, but I'll say emotional, not mental. But this is a good look for you, Pisces. And again, you may need some type of advisor, or this person's an advisor and they know what to do. But, it's getting all the logistics together for you guys and figuring things out. Then what's underneath that here? We got cherish here. Cherish your relationship. Yeah, you want to make it work. You may have to hone in a little closer to home. Okay. All right, so that was for your reading. Cancer's up next. And Yes, even though I'm a sun Cancer, I don't resonate with that energy. But I will say that Cancers who are cardinal modals are the leaders. Um, they're very dependable. They're very loyal. They're likable. Moody, yes, because they take on the moon because they're ruled by the moon. And so whatever sign is in the moon, that's the energy that they take on. And I always say, you would like to have a Pisces as your best friend. We take stuff to the grave with us. Nobody else knows what's going on, none the wiser. We show up. Who hurt you? Who what? We're showing up. Um, doesn't always get reciprocated back to a Cancer, unfortunately. But Cancers are very through and through, and like I said, they are ruled by the moon, so they evolve a lot, and they go through emotional roller coasters. And those who can handle that type of emotions, kudos to you. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get what is your message. And as I said earlier, Cancer is the mother to the zodiac. So instinctual, she's the psychic, could be a he, but it's definitely feminine energy. Okay, feminine energy. So nothing wrong with men having the feminine energy. If you're born into Cancer season, you're gonna automatically get that energy. Um, so yeah, they're empaths. They pick up on everybody's energy. They pick up on spiritual energy. Like I said, they're the psychics of the crew, especially of the water signs. They definitely can pick up energy there. Um, so can Pisces and so can Scorpios, but they're very in tuned, and it's spooky sometimes because it's like, how did they know that? It's like two steps ahead. All right, so let's see what's up for Cancer. My Miss Pink Sugar, my sister, Cancer. All right, marriage. This card, thank goodness this card is out because it keeps popping up for people. And I just shuffled Cancer. So your card is marriage. All right, middle of the deck is unexpected income. Like to hear that. That's kind of like Pisces. So of course, yes, of course. And then bottom of the deck is thoughts. 16 breaking down to 7. Somebody is thinking very much so of you. They think highly of you with this high honors here. All right. They think highly of you. You got this boss again with the unexpected income. Somebody wants to, yeah, somebody wants to, be horse and carriage and have the house. See, they look at you as the one, the privileged lady. They want to take care of you. They want to pamper you. If you are a female Cancer, if this is a male Cancer, I feel like that's what you want to do with your partner. You want to, take care of them in all the right ways, as you should. And you have very high esteem for the person. You think about them a lot. This is that telepathic. Yeah, it could be a Pisces. Okay, somebody's trying to do the telepathic. You think it. They will pick up on it. All right, somebody's very in tune. Um, or Cancer, they're just thinking a lot about um, what life would be like with you other than just doing this dating or whatever. Like they really want to be committed with you. All right, let's clarify. What is this marriage? Okay. Or they may be seriously thinking of getting married to you, Cancer. Or this is you thinking of seriously getting married to this person. Okay. What is this marriage? But I'm going to say this. It could be just because of the time frame of the pictures, but some people don't look too happy. Like, it's almost like it's either a conveniency or it's about money. You know, we a little crunch right now. We get married, the taxes double. I think you are in a business. Is that you with a business with Pisces? Yeah, yeah. Could be dealing with a Pisces. So you're the boss, and that's how it is. And not saying that there isn't any love there, but there's this stoicness. I think it's almost like you have so much regard, and or I don't know. It's a weird thing because it's like, it's on one side, it's not that they don't love you, Cancer. It's just they may be weird of how they show their love, so it rubs off on you, like you don't show affection, but you want to be affectionate because your love language is touching, you know, showing gestures of caring and feeding, and you also want to know, you listen and pay attention to what they like, and your love languages is like the little things. Somebody buys a car for their boo, it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's a car. But say it was like the book that they read in third grade, and that made them, you get it, and it's like, wow, you really thought about me, right? So it's a relationship that's not, thank goodness, just built off of, you know, this rainbows and sunshine type love. It's the real deal. It may be a little boring, um, but I feel like you guys work together or something. That might be what it is. That's why it's like, get an advisor. I swear, Cancer, you dealing with Pisces. It's like you either need a mediator, maybe you need some uh, counseling, therapy, counseling with the couples, or you need some type of person that like helps with the investments, because I feel like you guys may want to do some type of investing on your own. It may be real estate, and you're just jumping in feet first, not really knowing it. Not necessarily have to be real estate, but it's something that's not familiar to you guys, and you really need somebody to help you with the blueprint. Okay. What is this marriage? Like, yeah, you could do your homework and study and stuff, but I feel like you also need somebody to guide you. That's like credited. All right, so we got the Chariot here. This is Cancer sign in reverse. Middle of the deck is the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then we got the Ace of Cups here. Bottom of the deck in reverse. Yeah. It's not and again, like, not look at this in a bad way. This could be like one or two cancers. This is not all of cancers, but this isn't like Sade. This isn't no ordinary love. This actually is an unordinary type of love where people look at it and they're like, those two are together, but you don't understand the dynamics that Pisces, or it could be Pisces. You could be dealing with another Cancer, another water sign here. Then you got Ace of Cups here, but no doubt you're dealing with a Pisces. Could be a Scorpio. But with this Cancer here, this could be a female Cancer. And it doesn't show on paper what I'm saying, right? But the dynamics that Cancer you have with this person is like people scratch their head to try to figure out why they move the way that they move, how they move the way that they move. Like they may not be holding hands and stuff like that, while other people are validating and holding hands and stuff like that. Like this couple is, I want to say it's like a power couple where, and it's not that they're cold, but they can be. But I feel it's because of the stuff that they do that is just like, I feel like it's a business thing and then love is next. Like you didn't jump into the relationship. Yeah, you love them, but you didn't jump into it because of that. Like you're not like, oh, I'm getting married because I love this person. You're like, no, I'm getting married because this person meets all the criteria. They check off all the boxes that I'm looking for in a person. And we actually can work well together. Cancer is a cardinal, uh, Pisces is mutable, and Scorpio is fixed. So it can work in some unordinary way. And with that brings this closeness, brings this love. But be mindful though, because too much of that can end this, can separate and send Cancer going somewhere else. Because the Chariot is about fast moving forward movement. Um, but being that it's in reverse, it's like, you don't want to, you don't want to stick around because of the baggage, right? Which will hold you down, which will make you emotionally, distressed. That's why I'm like, maybe, seek therapy, counseling. There's nothing wrong with that. People think that, oh my God, I don't need that. There's nothing wrong with me. I can do it on my own. No, you can't, because you will burn the F out. So get some kind of help, get some mediating, maybe counseling, couples therapy, maybe going on a couples retreat, right? Um, you also, if the investment is not about like real estate or something, you could be looking into like uh, vehicles, specifically like maybe motorbikes, motocross training bikes, motorcycles. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on in the love department. And Pisces can be moody too because they're the last of the zodiac. They're essentially the old man of the zodiac. So they also take on 11 other signs before it gets to them that, plus whatever moon is in this. So yeah, they can be a little moody. Scorpio is the the fixed one, and they just ground themselves. They can get a little grounded. They won't be as emotional and moody like the other two. All right, so we got remarkable here. See, you guys are an unremarkable couple. Middle of the deck is feelings. There's feelings there, and then we got trust because it was like right on top of each other, and then power. Yeah, bottom of the deck. You guys are a power couple. People don't know, can't understand that. It's like they scratch their head when they see you guys. The power of love is a magnet drawing souls together. But you have this, first of all, people don't need to know a damn thing about what makes your relationship tick, except for you guys. And it draws you guys closer. um, maybe working together is like, this is, I'm with my partner. Some people like, I can't stand to be with him 20 or her 24/7, but you guys know how to work together. Y'all are friends. You're lovers. You are committed partners. So it just, for some reason, it just works well for you. Your card is remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationship. Look, and then there's wedding rings there again. So you, Cancer, may want to either get engaged or ask this person's hand in marriage at this new age, it don't matter. It could be a woman asking another woman, or a woman asking a man for the hand in marriage, which is again another, like, it's remarkable, unremarkable. It's not a traditional type thing, okay? And playing your that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the notes, right? So it's like remembering that old school love song, and you playing that at the wedding, or you making a tape for that, because cancers would do that, and Pisces, as your playlist for your marriage, like all the love songs, things that they love, things that they'll remember, or you like um, doing like a voice recording, like on a cassette tape, and just letting them know how you feel. So that's your message, Cancer. Okay. Or them doing that to you, like they'll send things that the little things about you, they'll say and write and do. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That is my lotus. This is the last of the water signs. And like I mentioned before, Scorpio is a fixed modality of the water signs. And, like a Cancer, they have their shell. They can get, you know, they get stung. They introvert in. They don't want to deal with anybody. But they can do the stinging as well, and watch out, because it's like, what? Unassuming, peaceful people, real sweethearts, but then it's like, where did this damn rage come from? Um, you know, Extremely helpful. Will do, we'll get, they can get the job done, because they're that fixed sign with the cardinal sign there, like Cancer. Cancer's, spearheading something. Scorpio's gonna take care of the tail end. No pun intended. All right, so um yeah, and like I said, now the male Scorpio, because out of all the ones that I was saying are a overt, is the Scorpio. Libra would be next. Aquarius, Pisces gets an honorable mention, and maybe even Cancer. Cancer and Pisces are kind of like undercovers, but overt, they just will, they, how you doing? How you doing? And it's just like, I could see you a mile away, Scorpio. I could see you a mile away. All right. Let's see what is up for you guys for Capricorn season, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, let's see. You got Great Fortune, that popped out, but hold on, because we got two cards here. We just need Great Fortune. All right, and then Despair. Is this one card? Okay, we got Mature Man here, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is Poverty. I don't know what just happened. Great Fortune, and then you went right into Despair. 32 breaking down to 5. So Scorpio also deals with the occult knowledge, that dark magic, not in that where it's like practicing, but they know how to get in, and they may have some type of fascination with that energy, the occult, with death, life, questioning what's the meaning of life, and get into, like, on a scientific and a spiritual level. But right now, so you got Poverty and then expectation underneath that. So I don't know. I think you might have lost something just as quickly as we were talking. A Great Fortune slipped through your hands here, with 32 breaking down to 5. Okay, and it's put you, in a pickle. There's poverty there, or this is someone that you could be dealing with. It's like they may have a gambling problem. Oh, and know that Pisces has those kind of things too. They have, addiction to, this is not me. This is what's been stated about Pisces, is that they do have an addiction problem to gambling, sex, or drugs. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio could be dealing with a Pisces like that. It's like 1 minute they have the money, and then boom, they asked out again. Okay. Um, and this could have been something from, an early age. They're coming from a place of poverty where they might have had to like work all their life, maybe started at like 13, 14. They could have been an orphan. Okay. All right, what is this despair? Or this is you, Scorpio. What's this? You may be waiting to hear from, with this expectation there, and then that great fortune that showed up. You may be waiting to hear some news in regards to money. Could be something to do through occupation here with this imprisonment and occupation. Okay, like a wrongful suit. Uh, this could have been something from your past when you were younger, and now these cases take forever to get through. Could have been you were incarcerated, or somebody was incarcerated. This could have been like a job thing. Could have been a white collar crime. All right, again, taking care of the family, doing their stuff for the family. Message of concern. So yeah, something could be coming in the mail, or some type of news uh, will come to you in regards to that. All right, what else? Yeah. It's almost like if it's you, Scorpio, you don't mean to be like this. It's just like this is how you've grown to be, or this is the person you're dealing with. This is just like they don't mean to get the quick fix money schemes, but it's like that's just what they know. But something's about to change because we got 32 here that breaks down to 5. So there's a change coming. With justice showing up there in reverse. Yeah, something's on the back end legally. Like, holidays is just wrapping up now. So people, are starting to get to their assignments. Scorpio, I would, if you know what this is, I would like stay on the phone and get to the bottom of this, the case number or whatever the case may be. Get on their case. Because yeah, things are going to be turning up. And you got the Sun card here, Leo energy. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. Right? There's a message coming through. Fire energy. But be assertive, yeah, because justice is in reverse, bottom of the deck here. So definitely want to, and this could be, like I said, this could be somebody who was a child that, or this is you, that something happened. Maybe something happened when you were, or they were like, in an orphanage, or some type of, I don't know, something with their mother. She could have been incarcerated with this child or with you. So something good is coming through. And anytime we see the sun card here in the deck, it's always a great promise. It also means that there is a child coming as well. So Scorpio, if you're not looking for that, you know what to do. But this is great news. So that great fortune is coming. It just is going to take its time. The next fire energy is Aries. So, like I said, it could take some time and it could push you back to, Aries. So, but still stay on the phone with these people, stay abreast of whatever is going on there from time to time. Make sure you every time you speak to somebody, you jot down names, dot I's, cross T's, put the date on it so you can always have a reference. All right. So let's see what's going on in the love department. Thought I'd be finished in under 2 hours. But you know how it goes. So fire is the last of the group. Aries being the newbies, the babies of the zodiac. Okay, love department. Okay. Admire. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. Okay. So, whatever's going on there, it's just, you need a strong person. This person could be your rock, Scorpio, with this Leo here, the sun card. Like I said, they could be a Leo. And they could be that rock that you need during this time. Or vice versa. You got soul here, middle of the deck, let go, and then attraction, bottom of the deck here. So yeah, all this is in some strange ways is bringing some attraction here. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. They This person could just be admiring the way you're handling all of this, where somebody else would just like cave in and just give up. You're fighting the good fight, or you see them fighting the good fight, and you're like, you just have this admiration. You have this new look at them, like, wow. Sometimes that could be a little stretchy. You know what I mean? So, okay, that is your message, Scorpio. All right, so that is all the water signs. Let's get you guys your wisdom oracle. Okay. So what do the water signs need to do? What do the water signs need to Okay, we got relaxation, soul appreciation. Yeah, that's that Scorpio. Let's get one card out. Um, phase entanglement. Okay. So, middle of the deck, angels of the chakra, power, truth, connection. Okay. Taking time to breathe. This is Pisces and Cancer. You guys need to get some type of mediation, maybe doing some chakra, heart work, heart chakra work. And then bottom of the deck is shamanic healer. 17, breaking out to 8, cleansing and atonement. So, getting some type of spiritual, holistic way. I don't know. Cancer and Pisces. But your card is number 33. Okay, so that's master number 33. That's the Christ consciousness. All right, emotional influence. So, being that you guys are the water signs, don't let emotional influences interfluence you. All the outside chitter chatter, the noises, the gossiping, the haters, the false people, the news. Stay on your grind, stay on your path, because, like, specifically Pisces, or who was it, Cancer, like, people don't understand the relationships. Not for everybody to know. They don't need to know what makes you guys tick. And that's all that matters. You know, Scorpio, having the emotional, intelligence and influences is like that admiration for the person that you're with. you know Again, other people may not even understand that. They'd be like, oh, I'll get rid of that loser. They always getting into, whatever. They always losing stuff. They always gambling. Da, 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 da. Mind your business. It's not your relationship, it's mine. That phase entanglement. People just want to be in the business and be nosy. Don't worry about that. All right. No third party situations going into 2026. All right. Aries, the babies of the zodiac. Aries is the cardinal as well of the fire signs. So again, that's taking charge and spearheading um, whatever need done, whether it be at work and relationships. Um, they're good-hearted people as well. Something like a Taurus and a Leo, though. Pisces, these people will black out if you mess with them in theirs. Scorpio. But otherwise, good people there. So let's see what else. Let's see what we have here for you guys for Capricorn season. I would have to say that Aries also is a little peculiar with, like, courting and dating. Like, they're not, and that's not all Aries, but it's like they're like Aquarius and Sag. It's like take it or leave it, or Virgo. It's like they're not really pressed for a relationship, but they get into one. It's like, all right. But I feel like they're like free spirits. They like to go around and do things. All right. So your card, as we're talking about it, is Pathway. 35 breaking down to 8. Okay. Making moves, going about your own way. And then you got middle of the deck is Change. Look, car, making moves. Didn't I just say going your own way, doing your own thing? And then you got Made Woman here. So you could be a female Aries that, you're going on your own path, your own journey, and don't necessarily involve a man here. We got mature woman underneath this, right? So you're probably going through a cycle yourself. You're coming to maybe your Saturn return, or you're leaving one age group going into another where it's maturing now, right? What you used to do back in the days, you may not do. Hope you're not doing it. If you do it, all right. But you are, you know, changing some things up about yourself. You're transitioning. If this is a male Aries, it's the same thing. You're transitioning, instead of being so, because Aries is ruled by Mars, and that's god of war. That's anger, that's fighting, that's passion at the same time. And so you maybe wanted to tap in with that more nurturing side, maybe not being so aggressive, and learning how to combat that. All right, so let's plus 8 is that karmic number. All right, and or abundance. So you know there could be this spiritual releasing certain people, places, and things will set you on a path that will bring abundance to you, and more of us in a spiritual way, not so much financially, but if it happens to come financially. All right, so what is this pathway here? Death to the ego is probably what that is as well. Yeah, death to the ego. The Ten of Swords here in reverse. Definitely. Even if it was upright, that's ends. That's it. You've been through some stuff. Four of Cups, middle of the deck. You've been through some things. Heartache, relationships, feeling left out, feeling isolated, not wanted, not loved. And then bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Again, not wanted, not loved, not in a relationship. Don't want to be in a relationship. You're feeling good. You probably just recently broke up from a relationship with this pathway, and you're going your own way now. You're going your own path. Not getting put up with anybody at this point. This is your time in Capricorn season. You got the Seven of Wands here, always having to protect yourself, protect your energy. And now it's like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I let go of all that stuff. I'm moving forward in a new direction. 2026 is the year one. It's the, some say 10, but that was all about new beginnings. And in the Chinese zodiac, it is the fire horse. You are fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're the fire signs. So, you're taking action and moving, moving according to you, not on anybody else's time, not worried about a relationship, just having a relationship with yourself. Okay, what's going on in the love department? Dare we ask? Boundaries. Mhm. Having sensible boundaries is important. Well, there you go. See, Aries? Middle of the deck, dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. Somebody might have sparked that idea in your head, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, signs, bottom of the deck. There was signs and symbols. Somebody said something that sparked it where you're like, you know what? I'm good without that type of relationship, that type of friendship. I don't need it. I'm going on my merry old way, and you're setting boundaries up this time around. People might not have they might have taken your kindness for weakness, or taken your niceness as, this person is soft, right? But you're going to be showing people, once you go through your transformation, and a lot of things will fly right off, and you don't have to worry about anybody, anything, because they're just going to see it, and you're going to be moving right along, and not be bothered, be unfazed about all of this. I like that for you, Aries. All right, so let's move on to Leo, one of my other favorites, especially the females. Leo, you are the fixed of the fire signs. You are ruled by the sun. Like Cancer, ruled by the moon. You are ruled by the sun. So you two are the most powerful of the zodiac as well. But because of you, because of your disposition, it's kind of like you or nothing else, the highway or my way. And it could be a little intense. You can say certain things, say some things that may just be a little intense for some people, and that can put a strain on relationships, possibly at work. I feel like you do this more towards your inner circle than work, but you are good with work. Definitely could be in that boss situation, boss uh, position rather, because you know how to run. You know your shit. You know how to run things. Um, Lovable as well, dependable, like that Taurus, Cancer, Pisces energy. Big with loving family. Just your love sign also is like giving to them and spending time with them and feeding them. Um, that is your love language, and with your friends you give the same amount. Like you love, and when you're poor, somebody scorns you a little poor, you are not having it. That big roar they're going to hear from miles away and be so scared they won't want to come back. They don't want to go near Leo, but Leo's really just a little gentle kitten all inside. All right, so let's see what we got here for Capricorn season. Okay, so we got court house. Middle of the deck is change, and bottom of the deck is official person. Um, you could be wanting to change careers, maybe be a court officer or a court clerk. Um, or you might have gotten into something and may have to go pay some tickets, police tickets. Here we got 22 here, building, maybe housing court. This also could probably be domestic. See what I'm saying with Leo? All right. Um, let's go in a little deeper and see what's going on. Yeah, with that change there in the middle of the deck, yeah, you could be changing that relationship. I mean, if this is causing somebody, you could be putting an order protection out on somebody, or they could be putting an order protection out on you. Geez, Leo, I hope this is not the case, but this is kind of like, or you want to just change with your with work, like go to school. You might be interested in, like I said, becoming a court clerk, a court officer, or maybe even a stenographer. Okay. So what is this courthouse? Yeah, 23 is breaking down to 5, so that's change again. Um, because of conflicts and confusion, that's what 5 brings out. What is this courthouse? Okay, so Page of Swords here in reverse, air energy. Middle of the deck is the Six of Cups. So this could be, something domestic. And bottom of the deck is the Empress. So that's Virgo energy, not Virgo energy, Venus. Yeah, Ten of Wands right underneath that. So somebody, I don't know, Leo, if this is you, you maybe just like has had enough. If there is some type of domestic stuff going on there, then, and when I say domestic, DV, right? And so you have to do what you have to do. There could definitely be some type of serious violence going on. All right, could be harmful around children. So yeah, you do what you have to do here. The Page of Swords also is about um, a message. So if that's the case, you'll be, there'll be some notification letting whatever you petition for is granted. Or if you are looking, like I said, to change with your job, with work, there is a notification that will be coming in for you um, within that next air sign. So that's Aquarius. Will let you know yes or no, you may or may not get it. Um, Somebody could be pushing through. It could be a person at in the poorhouse that you're familiar with. Don't say I told you so, but they might push your paper up a little further so that it could be seen. All right, we got the Two of Wands here in reverse, but there's something there that's like, I don't know, like somebody hasn't gotten to the paperwork right away. So, it's just sitting there, but don't lose hope. Now, if you're trying to get into, I think you have to take like a test or something for the court officer and the court clerk. So you may not get it on the first try, but that doesn't mean to stop and give up. You might have missed it by like 5 points or something like that. Try again. If this is what you really want to do, you feel like you need a new change in life, you need a new change um, in the job environment, in the job aspect, yeah, definitely give it another chance. If you don't pass, it's like the bar. Maybe somebody wants to go back to school to become a lawyer, and they're at that part where they have to take the bar. And it's statistically said that you most people don't pass it on the first try. So that might be what could be the issue, or what could be the outcome here with the Page of Swords there in reverse. The domestic thing is a little weird. I'm getting that somebody might be like, hmm, it's almost like either somebody's lying about the extent of the domestic V or the domestic A, right? Those letters, like we can't really use the words on social media. But with this page, it's almost like there may be like miscommunication or like misunderstandings. And then it's like somebody takes it to the next level. And Leo can be a little extreme, but I mean, I don't know. This you could be dealing with an air sign, so Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Geminis could be a little extreme too. So I don't know. So talk to somebody about that, like on the inside. They may be able to help you. But if that's not the case, then you may just need help with getting yourself situated and packed up and moving. All right. Okay. That's heavy. Let's see what's going on in the romance department. This could be like if it's not a romantic partner, this could be like a child that's always like in trouble, like a runaway or something, a teenager or a preteen, but they like lie and make it look like stuff is being, something really detrimental is happening, but it's like they're looking for attention, so they need a change. So they may need to like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say Spofford, but they definitely need a change. You may get like a court appointed, like mandated program for this child that they need, and that will help change their life. All right. Because mom is at her wit's end. She's at her wit's end. All right. So what's going on in the love department? Just know there's like 3 moving parts here, okay? Whichever fits for you, Leo, that be it. Oh, no messages. Because it could be some, yeah, it could be some domestic stuff. Ain't no love going on. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Okay, so we got 1111. It is important. It is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of the soul counterparts. So, middle of the deck is honor your loved one, and you will notice your relationship become bigger. And bottom of the deck is true love. True love comes when you least expect it. I feel like that ship is kind of sailed. If you see 1111, that is your message that you know what you got to do. And, and disclaimer, I am not a relationship counselor. I do not advocate for, breakups and stuff. But if there's some real bad stuff going on in your household, then you do need to do what you have to do. And that I'm an advocate for. You may have been wondering the signs and just like, why you keep seeing 1111, and that's like, get up and do something. Change your environment, change the people who are around you. If this person is always causing this type of you know thing towards you or your family, they gotta go. You gotta make some moves. You may have to do something legally. Okay. All right, that is your message, Leo. All right, so the last of the fire signs is Sagittarius, my little peculiar bunch. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and they are the mutable signs. So again, they will get jobs done, but like fixed energy, they'll sit. It has to move according to them. Um, and they're, like I say, they're unassuming. Like you're like, what, Sagittarius said that? That came out of Sagittarius' mouth? Super smart people. Like, they're, because of that archer there. They're just 2 parts of the world. They have one foot, or not foot, but they got one part of their body in the astral world, the other part on Earth. So they're tapped in a lot of ways. And, as far as is kept, they also can be a little psychic because of the fact that they are in 2 different dimensions. All right. So let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. What do they need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They could be sweeties and sneakies at the same time, or at different times, but that's one of their little things there. Also could do with or without a relationship. They don't, it's like, I'm in it, I love this person. But like if they're not in a relationship, it's like, I'm cool, I'm traveling and I'm doing my thing, I'm getting my life together. All right, so we got cough in here. Not to be scared, this doesn't necessarily have to do with a physical death. But you got coffin, 19 breaking down to 10, which breaks down to 1, so that's the beginning. Um, then we got mature woman here, middle of the deck, and bottom of the deck is change, number 9, and ending again. So we got wealthy man underneath this change, and then we have the main man, and then we have this wealthy woman, all right, or mature woman. So you may be a loner, Sag. You could be by yourself, or a relationship has ended, you know, but this could bring on a new person, not right away, but with all the changes that have been going on, this is the dark night of the soul type energy where, um, you know, ego dies, and certain fears die, certain views die, and this is all figuratively speaking, certain ways of how you think of relationships with friends and lovers. All this is going, is ending. Um, and there has to be a change so that there can be growth, right? Because we're in the supposedly new year. 2026 is a 1 year. So there's going to be a lot of new beginnings, and that could bring some new people. If you're a male Sagittarius, this will bring you possibly even a mature. This woman, has got it together. She's not the usual that you've been dealing with. She's been through something. She understands what's going on with you. If it's a female Sagittarius, you have here wealthy man, but a mature wealthy man, and yeah, financially, but also with knowledge, with emotion, right? And that's what you need. But then we got, with this change, you got great fortune. So it's either you bringing money or they're bringing money to you, which is a good thing. So let's see what else is going on here. So just know that. Okay. Now, if this is a physical death, this could be with either the male or female. Again, like that inheritance that I've been talking about with some other signs here. Um, and someone could be leaving you something physical like a car. Okay, it could be an heirloom, an old school, like could be a Oldsmobile or a Jaguar, something that's like an old school car, an heirloom, but not like anything modern. This is something that they kept like as novelty, or they drove every once in a while. Okay. Or just leaving money behind for you. But this is more what I'm getting as a lot of ways of how you were thinking is coming to an end. A lot of the things that you used to do it's not working anymore. So you got to change up, switch up some things, and you're being brought these people, men, women, whichever it is for you, Sagittarius, that's changing your view of things, changing how you usually do things. And it's not that they're trying to change you per se, but a lot of the ways of your thinking is like outdated, kind of like the car. It's old, right? So it's out with the old, in with the new. Okay. And you're part horse according to the zodiac sign, right? The Minotaur. And we're coming into a horse year, February 17th, in the Chinese New Year, and that's fire. So you're going to have a lot of, a lot, I won't say a lot of finances, but there's going to be like a lot of fire starting kickstarting stuff financially, work, friends, lovers, that is just going to be coming in new and fresh and just what you need. Okay. Innovation. What is this coffin? Four of Swords. Yeah, I got to give it a rest. You got the Queen of Pentacles here, middle of the deck in reverse. So it could be someone, passed away. And then you got the Four of Cups here in reverse. So clarifying, this coffin is the Four of Swords. All right. So yes, could be a physical death, but you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And again, it's out with the old, in with the new. You need time to rest. You need time to reflect and think about how you're going to push forward this coming year. Because whatever you've been doing as of late ain't really working. You're losing out, could be out of love, could be out of money, could be traveling, you see. But once you start working on yourself and getting things done in another way, it all starts to work for you. That Eight of Pentacles there, that's money. That's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. But if you keep having this outdated way of thinking, because maybe it worked for you for a couple of years or maybe all your life, it's there's a time to change. And there's a time for change. And while we're in the midst of chaos throughout the world, you're going through your own chaos, but in a good way. It's making moves. It's getting things done. The fire energy is not slowing down, and fire is a purifier. Okay, it's a purification element. So is water. So it's like burning shit down to the ground and starting anew, building something even grander and different about yourself. It's not like somebody's changing you, but you changing yourself. Okay, let's go into the love department and see what's there. This is a female Sagittarius. Please be very aware with your health. You could be burning yourself out, okay? And you don't want to be on the brink of death because you're overworking yourself. You're too much into trying to change things in life, okay? Or life is changing rapidly for you. But please take care of your health. When your body's calling for you to rest, you rest. You take time out for yourself. Ignoring everything, everyone, because you need time for yourself to relax, rejuvenate, reflect, refresh. Okay. I will be sending this message to my daughter. All right. So let's see what's going on in the love department. Okay, we got 238, 228. Okay. That's how long I've been up here. Okay, I'll be probably finished. Oh, wait a minute. You see how I didn't add Sagittarius? My bad. Try to get out from under the 3-hour mark. Okay. My bad. Okay, so let's see what's in the love department for Sag. Again, you could be dealing with air sign or water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, you could be moving to Sag. So just take it easy. When your body's requiring for you to rest, you take it easy. All right. So you got connection here. Your connection is external and unbreakable. With that heart, X marks the spot. Then we have middle of the deck, respect. Respect your relationship. Exactly. So, when you're feeling out of sorts, tired, or your body needs rest, or, whatever, your partner needs to understand this. You need to convey that to them, that I have to literally, you may have some kind of health condition. You really have to, take rest. And then we have heart here. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. All right, so you could have a heart condition. Disclaimer, I'm no medical professional, but you do want to take it easy if you are lifting and carrying heavy things, right? Take a break in between movement. But this also is just letting me know that, your connection with your person is solidified. It's the real deal, in quotations. And they're here, for you, uh, with you. There's emotions we got under here. And then you also got union. So this could become a marriage eventually, or, just a divine union. You guys come together. It doesn't need to be on paper. But you guys, someone's being brought to you once you've cleared out all your malware. This refresher comes in, and the connection is crystal clear. It's on point. Okay. So that is your message, Sagittarius, for Capricorn season. And now I will do the wisdom oracle for the fire signs. Not tired signs. I'm tired. Okay. Let's get your message. That was quick. Ooh, see, letting go of the urgency. 19 breaking down to 10, breaking down to 1. That's that beginning. You may need to leave a job, or, like I said, take some breaks there, go on vacation. Middle of the deck is conscious steps. 26 breaking down to 8. Consider action, looking forward. That's all Sagittarius right there. And bottom of the deck is the goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, receptivity. 25 breaking down to 7. Highly spiritual. Okay, moon energy giving me Cancer as well, because that's Cancer's ruled by the moon. So maybe talking with your mom, um, uh, fire signs, right? If she's in the physical, or if she's not, you could still ask for signs. I think that was somebody was waiting to hear from signs. Leo. Okay, so it's surrendering, freedom from the time constraints. All the stuff that you've done before in the past or what have you, it's time to do something different, because a lot of things are coming to an end. As I stated, February 17th, we're going to be going into a new um, Chinese zodiac year, and that's the year of the fire horse. That is adventure, action, risk taking, but being cautious with that, right? Uh, Reinventing yourself, okay? Letting go, surrendering to the things of the past, to the people of the past. Everybody can't go with you down that pathway. It's you and maybe your immediate family, maybe not, but everyone has their own path to journey. And fire signs, that's your calling. That is your calling. All right. So that is your message for all the signs in Capricorn season. Now, please note that my schedule for personal readings is still kind of like up in the air right now, and I am still doing personal readings. But if you need to get in contact with me, please do not send a message through my website. Do not book a reading in my website. Send me a message, a DM through my Instagram, or you could leave a message under a post in my YouTube page. But please send a DM to me through my Instagram. It's Foxy Moon underscore premieres, just spelled the way it is for how it's spelled on YouTube. Why? Because my uh, calendar is not fixed yet. Waiting for some family things that are happening behind the scenes to see where I can move forward with opening up another day, because I wanted to open up another day. So not only just do the Thursdays and Fridays, but I was thinking of another day during the week. Um, and so that's kind of been on pause. So I am still doing readings, but I do need you to send me a text message letting me know that you're interested, and then we'll discuss the day, the time, and the payment. And it's $40 for a reading. The reading's about an hour, and the way that I have to do the reading is going to be changed. It's going to most likely have to be on Instagram. If not, I will set up like something Zoom, but that's what I'm saying. It's kind of not set right now. So please, please, please send me a text message in Instagram, or you can leave a message under one of the readings and on YouTube stating that you would like to have a personal reading. Um, and we'll try to set something up. But most of you all have my Instagram, so you guys know how to get in contact with me. Miss Sharon, we already contacted me because she doesn't have my Instagram, so she's the only one that, like, outside of everybody else, will contact me through a private email. So with that all being said, that is your message for this Capricorn season. But do remember that it could be, next week or 2 weeks from now that the message receives you. So, don't hold too much to, okay, it happened and it can't, Capricorn season's over. Now what? No, this energy is going to continue with you. It's just that we're in this particular season and we want to know what Capricorn's doing with us, for us, by us, right? So that is it. I will catch y'all on the flip side.